the Phoenix Suns owner. Right now, he is contemplating selling the franchise because of pressure from social media and other people. But before that, the NBA had just issued a 10 million fine and a 1 year suspension for racist behavior. Is this another indication of other matters superseding the main problem in America and also in sports in America, which is racism? The Celtics have suspended their coach IME UDOKA for the entirety of the 2022-2023 season for violation of team policies. The franchise announced on Thursday that the team added in a statement that a decision about its future with the Celtics beyond this season will be made at a later date. The second-year coach's punishment is a result of an intimate relationship with a female member of the organization, as it was reported on Thursday morning. Some members of the Celtics organization first became aware of the relationship in July, sources said. At that time, team leadership was led to believe by both parties that the relationship was consensual. But sources say that the woman recently accused Udoka of making another comments toward her. This is the team to launch a settlement internal interviews. The team decision and announcement came after a closed-door meeting Thursday, but involved team owners, President Brad Steven, and lasted several hours. So, I just wanted to bring back and take us back later last month, whereby the Phoenix Suns owner, Robert Saver, was suspended for 1 year and fined for 10 million for uttering racist, for using racist slurs and uttering racist comments to some of his staff and some of his players. Lee, I want to come back to you in the studio and ask you, what do you think? I know that different scenarios, different scenes, but all in all, how do you evaluate the suspension of these two cases? Do you feel that one of them was lenient while the other one was more harsh, or how do you think that they both merited what the punishment that each one got, depending on what the issue was?
I kind of have mixed feelings about this, because the first thing, starting with what happened in Boston, and trying not to mix the two things, but starting with what happened to the Celtics, where they suspended their coach for a whole year, which to me is not really a suspension. They're just saying they're getting rid of him. That's just a polite way of saying we no longer need your services. I've never understood this thing of a consensual relationship costing you a job. I've never understood it. I've been in corporate America. I'm still in corporate America. I know these policies, there's some of these policies, but I've never understood that. If there's a consent, it's one thing, like if there's a senior employee kind of like coercing, like someone who's either direct report or someone who's their junior to coercing them to get into a relationship, because that's not a balanced relationship. But when it's a consensual thing, I've never really understood that. And the other thing that I never quite understood is that, fine, such things happen to other people, and maybe they lose their jobs, but this thing was leaked so fast to the media, and this leak came from the Boston organization. So my question is, why exactly did they do it? Because that came internally. People did not just find out. It came internally, and then they were so swift after this had been all over the media. They were so swift to say that they're suspending Udoka for a year. Now, with the Phoenix situation, forget about even Phoenix. You have cases like retired quarterback Brett Favre. He's involved in a $5 million scandal. This thing has not been getting play on the media, especially on sports media, like this IME UDOKA case is getting. I know people will say we are crying foul for racism, but yes, we are. If you're saying it, you're right. If IME was not black, even if he would have gotten a suspension, this thing would not have been, feasted upon by the media. And I also feel sorry for one of the ladies in the organization whose picture has been shared around so many times as the one who was having an affair with IME, and she's not even the one. So that's very sad, because now we are getting multiple victims.
She's not?
No, she's not the one. She's not the one, but her picture is everywhere. Her picture is everywhere, but she's not the one. She's not the said person. The said person, I think, the organization, has kind of, protected her name, but the name that's going around, no, she's not the one who's involved. And I know that thing has moved so fast on social media, and right now it's at another level. But to me, this thing of trying to police morality, if it was a consensual relationship, we first of all don't need to know about it. I don't know why they brought it to the public.
Right.
And then a suspension for a whole season. Maybe someone can tell me something I don't understand. Mika.
One from what you're reading out of what's coming up from the Celtics, is said that there might be some accusations that at some point it was consensual, some point it wasn't. Some of them, the rumors that are coming out that's worse than what people are saying, are talking about right now. So I think it's just the best thing to do right now is to wait and see how it pans out. They didn't go ahead and fire him immediately, but suspending your coach, you yourself, not even the NBA, you yourself suspending your coach for a year, is a little bit suspect. Literally, you're saying for the whole season you don't want him to be your coach. It speaks a lot about what the organization is taking. And as Aliyah said, it's blindsided a lot of people. So many people are thinking it's too harsh, it's too hard, it was a consensual relationship between two people. Yes, two employees violated the same policy from the company. The other one also suspended for a year. Those are things that we're not even hearing, or we're not even are not being mentioned right now. So it is a very tricky and dear situation. So, and I wanted to just throw this to Uno. Uno, we see that, and Ali spoke about Udoka, but if we go to the other side, with the situation whereby it happened with the Phoenix Suns owner, right now he is contemplating selling the franchise because of pressure from social media and other people. But before that, the NBA had just issued a $10 million fine and a 1-year suspension for racist behavior. Is this another indication of other matters superseding the main problem in America and also in sports in America, which is racism?
Let me say this first. If you guys remember, there's a time, you remember Jameis Winston?
Yes.
And crab legs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? What happened? Like it was
Aliba crab legs. Yeah.
He took whatever, yes, he took. And that guy was lambasted and pasted. Even some parents of let's say like the guys when they beat, I think they won a ball or something. One of the parents of the career, like, hey, I can't even speak and do what. And he was lambasted for that. But then you have somebody who stole millions from the poor in the name of
clean water right now.
In the name of Brett Favre. Let's start there.
Yes.
Right? But you're hearing nothing.
Nothing.
Okay? Nothing.
Especially the sports media.
Sports media. You have maybe like a Kina Shannon Sharp over here, maybe trying to say something. Stephen A. Smith's trying to say something, but you're not. He's not getting the barrage that he needs. Now we have a guy here, an owner who has done some stuff. It has come out, racism, what this, that, the other. Deservedly so. Because he's given 10 million, like Mika is saying. This guy had, that's the Phoenix Suns owner. You can imagine what was being discussed and talked, at the dinner tables and stuff. Now, we are talking about here a guy who had a consensual. He did not force. He did not say that I'm going to get you fired or I am going to do this or, nothing. Wamekubaliana, two grown adults. To suspend him for a whole season, You do that to, let's say, somebody who has done gambling, sports gambling, I would understand.
Gambling, yeah. Yeah,
like the wide receiver from Atlanta, the Hawk, the Falcons.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's understandable.
Because you're in position to impact the wager that you put in.
And you can actually affect a game.
Yes.
Now, being a player. So we're talking about a coach. So there has this issue, and it will continue. The way the media covers even English Premier League soccer players has come to the forefront, right? When you have a kid, the wording they use for someone like Raheem Sterling is different than the wording they'll use for someone like Foden, or it's something maybe like Grealish. The wording is very different. They're trying to say the same thing, but the wording is very different. So media bias, of course. In addition to that, you have people like the Boston Celtics coach. Most guys are concerned about, okay, this guy cheated on me along. Okay, fine, whatever. Like some other guys were saying, show me a fine mama and I'll show you a jama who's tired of her. Vice versa. And I don't know if
let's not go there.
I don't know if it goes there. I'm not saying. No. I know.
Let's just not go there. Let's keep it sports.
So no, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. People are looking at that, and that's what they are addressing.
Yeah.
The bigger issue here is the I want to say the punishment that the coach is getting.
Not warranted.
Is disproportionate.
It's very harsh.
Yeah,
it's not warranted.
It's disproportionate.
It's crazy, and it will, and I think Mika might have alluded to this. Ideally, this is being fired.
This is definitely being fired.
I mean, unless something else.
Suspension for a whole season. I mean, a team is saying, you are our head coach. The season is about to start, but we don't want you.
And listen, he took them to the NBA finals.
Yes, he took them to. I mean, we have a situation where, I think there's a problem. I think there was someone, like at the top of that organization, or people who actually did not want him. So this was a golden opportunity, and I think leaking it to the media was just to make this thing happen faster. Now, here's a question that some people are asking. If Ime was, let's say, a random white coach, let's say Steve Nash, would this be the same case? Absolutely not. I don't think things would have gone down the same way this happened. And I don't think this information would have been leaked